Hello guys, I hope everybody is good and everybody is able to prepare properly for the upcoming exam. We're going to be starting out a quick discussion for today's session. But before that, can I get a quick confirmation on chat if you're able to see me, hear me and see the screen properly? सबको मेरी आवाज clearly आ रही है? सबको मेरी आवाज clearly आ रही है? Okay, so we're going to be starting out with a discussion which is explicitly focusing on last 4 month strategy for your FRM level 2 exam. Okay, and we are talking about November 2024 attempt. Okay, we are right now standing in the mid of July. Okay, from there I'm talking about mid of November. That is where the exam is. Okay, and if I tell you the basic process, I mean, what are the number of chapters that we have in your FRM level 2? So I'll just give you a brief if you can see it in terms of numbers. So you have credit risk, roughly 23 chapters. Then you have ops risk, okay, around 24 chapters. Then we have liquidity risk, around 19 chapters. Then you have around market risk, around 16 chapters. Then you have your current issues, which also has around 10 chapters. And then you also have investment management book. Okay, investment management has around 11 chapters. Now, a lot of students, they find that where is the sixth book? So sixth book is basically merged in the fifth book in your Swedger books. So, and that is what you are supposed to read also. Please make sure that you only go through Swedger. If you have a video lecture of somebody, please go through that only. Do not do anything else because you might not have time. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, how should you plan? So when I'm looking at the entire 4 months window, what I'm thinking is from the start of November. Okay, this is where you should be doing your revision. This is where you should be doing your revisions and mocks. Okay, so revision and mocks, and I'm thinking that you're going to be starting your preparation now. If you're starting your preparation now in the mid of July, so what you can target, okay, and obviously you have to be slightly smart. Okay, so when you look at the overall curriculum, like we talked about the number of chapters, right? So what my suggestion would be, okay, only read the Swedger book, and if you have a video lecture, if you can get a summary video chapter, that will be really helpful. And do the solving of the chapters also. Okay, till end of August, that means till the end of August, it is roughly around 1.5 months. Now in this 1.5 months, you can focus on completing your entire ops risk book and entire liquidity risk book. Okay, ops risk and liquidity. So ideally you will be completing how much? You'll be completing 24 plus 19. So it is like 39, 43 chapters. So roughly 50% of your curriculum roughly will be done by August end. That is what should be your first milestone, and this is the target that you are supposed to take it very, very seriously. Okay, and in operation risk book, there are a lot of smaller chapters also available. Okay, so don't panic. Okay, and this order that I'm saying is for those students who are immediately starting now. They have not done anything before. If you have already prepared something, then don't worry. Okay, then you can either follow this or you can already follow the existing pattern. So that is not a problem. Okay, now, so if you're able to complete this 43 chapters, I'm writing it over here. If you're able to complete 43 chapters with solving, then you have completed almost 50% of the curriculum, because we have 103 chapters. So 43 is almost close. Okay, now how much time you need? So roughly in a day, okay, if you want to cover that much, would be around 3 hours, okay, to 4 hours in a day. That is what, in a weekday you should target on. And on weekends you can pick up roughly around 5 hours each day. Okay, so Saturday 5 hours, Sunday 5 hours. if it is possible, what I would suggest you, on weekdays only watch the video. So on weekdays, watch the video or read the textbook, whatever you're doing. Okay, read the chapter. And on weekends, you should do your revision. Make it that clear. Okay, this is my suggestion. Okay, may do the revision and then solve the question. Solve the question. Ideally, minimum 30 to 40 questions per chapter you should solve. 30 to 40 questions. Okay. Now, once you're done with the August end and you have completed roughly 43 chapter, then what should be your plan? Okay. So changing the color now. So from August till September end. Okay. This is where what you can do is you can focus on credit risk book, and simultaneously with it, you can do investment management book or investment risk book. Okay. So overall, we know that credit risk has around 23 chapters. So it is over here, right? So we have around 23 chapters and investment has around 11 chapters. So you should be able to complete around 34 chapters in this month. And 34 chapter, again, follow the same pattern. You have to do the solving of the content, which means you have to watch the video or read the chapter during the week and then solve the question bank only on the weekend. There's one more thing which you should focus on, is that from the 1st of September till the end of September, okay, dedicate 15 minutes, okay, 15 minutes each day, okay, or say half an hour, whichever you, whatever time you are able to find, say while traveling and all, just read the ops risk book or liquidity risk book. Just read it. Okay, don't worry about whether I'm able to recollect or not. No, just read it like a novel. Okay, do this for both September and for October. Okay, because that will give you an edge. You would have done 3 readings of the book by default. Okay, of these 2 bigger books, which will cover in the exam. Okay, so this should be your plan. Focus on credit risk and investment risk in this session, and then when you start from 1st of October till end of October, so you're ideally left with market risk and current issues. Market risk and current issues. So how many chapters do we have over there? So market risk has 16 and this has 10. So roughly around 26 chapters. Okay. So over here you will be completing 26 chapters. Okay. That should be your plan. And I'm keeping the last month slightly lower in terms of the size. The reason being, again, first of all, you will do a revision 15 minutes per day. Revision of what you should be doing. Now, at this stage, when you have reached 1st of October, what you should be knowing that whether operation risk or liquidity risk, which risk is something which I am not very confident on. So suppose it is operation risk, then what you can do is you can start reading the operation risk book once again and simultaneously go through credit risk. Just 15 minutes only reading. Don't judge yourself that, okay, I don't remember this topic and all. Don't be harsh. Just focus on reading. Okay, and read it like a novel. Say every morning when you're traveling, take the Swagger book and just read it. Don't worry about anything else. Okay, when you from the 1st of November, this is your 1st of November till your exam date. Okay, I don't remember the time window, but I'm just taking roughly time of 20th of November. Okay, and ideally my recommendation would be take 2 weeks off, proper 2 weeks off. You should be able to get around 14-15 days proper off before the exam. Okay, from 1st of November you can start with revision. Okay, revision of each book. First do that, each book, and do sectional test. What is sectional test? Your book wise test. You have to complete that. Okay, sectional test, and that ideally should get completed in 6-7 days, 6th or 7th of November. Okay, now your revising part should be very fast. Okay, revising part should be very fast. Then you should be focusing on 3 to 4 mocks papers before the exam, 3 to 4 mocks, depending upon how much time you're left with. Okay, make sure that there are 2 mocks from the GARG, you're solving that. And suppose if you're my student, so you can solve 2 mocks from Fintelligents. Okay, so that will give you a good balance. And look at the score of the mocks, analyze where you made mistakes. So you have to think of the mocks, okay, as concepts. So 400, sorry, not 400, 80 question, one mock. So if you're solving 4 mocks, so 80 into 4, these many concepts are there that you're going to get tested. It is an opportunity for you to revise. You have to think it that way. Okay, this is how you should plan your overall exam strategy. I'll also take the queries if there is anything. So because answering to your query, how many hours are enough for passing level 1? So I've created a similar video for FRM level 1. You can check that also. Roughly my session will be 300 hours. 300 to 350 hours is good enough to clear the exam. Okay, any other queries guys that you have? This is a broader plan and few pointers I'll highlight. Reading is must in level 2. So keep on reading the Swagger book. That is going to help you a lot. Solving of main mocks is very important. Solving of main mocks is very important. Third, even if you're not good in current issues, okay, suppose you are not good in current issues, then also it is okay, because even if you get 4th quartile in that and bet you're doing comfortably better in the other books, you can still clear the exam, right? From the weightage perspective, you have market risk, then you have ops risk and credit risk, right? These 3 books, at least 2 books you should be decently confident on, any of the 2 books. The major challenge which a lot of students face is the operation risk book, because it is so vast and so theory. That's why in my plan, I have asked you to just read, so that before you reach the exam, you must have gone through the book 3-4 times by default. Okay, 3-4 times by default. So this will give you a lot of comfort on the content which is there. Okay. Further, these 3 books are very, very important because they are high weightage. So if you are able to score good in these 2 books, like for example 2-2-2, okay, then even if you are getting 3-3 or 4 in some of the books, you can still clear the exam. Okay, so obviously make sure that your focus is good on these 3 books, but also read your liquidity, investment. Don't leave that. Okay, don't leave that, but read it properly. This should be your plan. Any queries that you have guys, we can address that right now. In case you need any support, any assistance, you can reach me on this WhatsApp number, which is 9819137880. Okay, we'll see how we can help you. That's not a problem. Whatever is possible, we'll help you out. Okay, so this is the overall structure and this is the overall plan that I am looking at. Few of the important points which I highlighted. So reading is must, solving of the main mocks, carb mocks is also very, very important, and good scores, even if you're not good in 1 or 2 books, that is also okay. Books like for example current issues and all, you can still manage to clear the exam. Also, you have to be very practical. You have to think it this way, that out of 103 chapters, if you are able to manage, okay, if you are able to manage 90 chapters also, 10-15 chapters will not make you fail. So be smart when you're preparing for the exam. Don't panic because one question is not coming, one chapter is slightly difficult. Don't panic because of that. Okay, how many calculation based chapters? I think so around, out of the entire syllabus, 20 to 25 chapters will be there who are calculation based. 20-25. Okay, in the exam, this has been the trend. So around 50 to 60% questions will be straightforward formula driven question, but the other 40s are going to be very tricky. So for that, you'll have to read a lot, understand the formula, and then use it also. That is where they will test you. Okay, so formulas are also important. Make sure that you go through the formulas also properly. Okay. Any change in preparation methodology for second and third attempt students? So Swati, answering to your query, what they can do is, uh, my suggestion would be, if even if they are good in certain books, don't take that for granted. Okay. uh, Market, credit, and so they can have a slightly different plan. What they can do is they can just read the operation risk book side by side from the start, and they can focus more on credit and market, and to a certain extent investment risk also. Okay, operation risk, because you've already seen that book before, and nothing new will come. So you just have to make sure that you read from August, September, some chapters you just have to keep on reading, but focus more on credit, market, and the investment management book. That is what my suggestion is. Also, you can do one more thing, is that you can analyze your result in the, if it's a second, third attempt, analyze what is the past results and see what has been your quartiles. Again, this is just an indication. It does not tell you that you're very good in a particular book and next exam also you'll get the same score. That is not going to happen, but it gives you some comfort that what is the status level, okay, from the exam perspective. Any other queries, guys? We've tried to give you some broader structure for the exam and how you should tackle it. This is only for students who are preparing now for the November exam. If you're a college student, you have good amount of time. If you're not working, then my suggestion, go for November exam properly, because you can easily clear it if you have time on a daily basis. If you're willing to dedicate 6 hours on a daily basis, then you can easily complete everything in next 2-3 months and you can go for the exam. Okay, but if you're working, then you have to manage time. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for joining in. We're going to be keep on doing a lot of these similar sessions in the future, so you can join us. Subscribe to our channel and make sure that you also hit the bell button, because whenever I come online, you'll be able to get a notification of the same. So thank you very much, guys, for joining in, and best of luck for your November exam.